Megan, and today I'm going to be doing a story time video, and this is back to school related, so I decided to share it with you now since it is the back to school season. This happened during my 8th grade year of school, and a lot of things happened this year, and I am now a 10th grader, so this is like looking back like 2 years. I got into so much trouble 8th grade year about things I didn't do, things that went to me. And if you guys want to hear stories about like the time I got stalked, the time I had to go to court, anything like that, comment that down below if you like my story times, because this is a way I can connect to you guys and help you guys out if you're in a situation like this, and I'm going to tell you my twist and what I did to help me get out of the situation. So without further ado, let's get started. This story took place with me and my best friend Sabrina. I do have permission to use her name in the story because it did happen with her, and I was already texting her about it saying that I was filming a story time and she was already okay with that. So thank you, Sabrina, for letting me use your name. Although I cannot use anyone else's name in the story time because the people who I'm bashing on, I can't use your name, but I'm not bashing on Sabrina in any way, shape, or form. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the fact what we got in trouble about. So me and my best friend Sabrina made a burn book. This is not an actual burn book where you write shit about people in. No way, no shape, no form. Wasn't like that. It was actually just a notebook that we just wrote notes back and forth. I mean, the cover of it did say burn book on it, and we just decorated it like the burn book from Mean Girls, but it had nothing to do with an actual burn book. And you know what? People like to spread rumors, people like to make gossip, people like to talk shit, and that's alright because we are teenagers and that's the society we live in today. But you know, me as an 8th grader, I mean, I could honestly, me and Sabrina were probably like the Regina George, the mean girls of the school, which I do understand why people would think we were talking shit about them. Which, I mean, I'm going to accept that because I was not the nicest person, and till this day, you guys do call me Meg Slay, and I do take my name seriously, so, you know, what are you gonna do? So starting off the story, we had a burn book, we made it, and this was 8th grade. We made it in 6th hour Spanish, and the people in the class saw us make it. They all knew it was just us writing notes back and forth to each other about boys, about crushes, about stories, about what our day has been, because personally we cannot take our cell phones out during like class because they will usually take it away. I mean, I got away with it a lot of the times, but for the classes me and Sabrina didn't have each other, we would just write in the notebook and then we would swap the notebook back and forth and we would just change it. But in the movie, a burn book stays at Regina George's house, and it has a picture of someone and then all the shit that they did and like this bitch, this bad words underneath it and what the person did and everything. So why would I be passing a burn book back and forth? Like, what, are we gonna hot glue gun a fucking picture of someone in school? Like, that is so pathetic. I mean, honestly, that's why the story gets like people didn't use their brains. Clearly they didn't watch the movie either because they would know that you literally couldn't bring a burn book to school unless you're gonna bring some glue, some pictures of the people, and some shit about them too. Might as well bring some decorations also. So I'm going to go on with the story. I do have it written down, but I'm not like saying this is like a fake story. This is a real story, but I just do have it written down so I don't miss any parts in it. And also I did review this with Sabrina, so we just get everything covered in the story. I do apologize if some of this video is a bit out of focus. My camera has been acting up lately with the out of focus, and also it's because I don't have my contacts in, so I literally cannot see you guys right now. So I'm just all praying that this is in focus. Like, please God, make this video in focus. As I said before, the notebook was to write notes back and forth with my best friend and about YouTube, boys, crushes, stories, what happened during the day, what we wrote, and we passed it back and forth. Rumors went around the school saying it was an actual burn book, and we were kind of like, just brush it off, because I mean, a lot of shit happened that year, so I wasn't really like scared or anything. I have a very strong shell, and so does Sabrina, and we do like to stand up for ourselves, so it's like we didn't really care about what people think about us, because at the end of the day we already knew that it wasn't a book and we didn't talk shit about people. So it was like we already knew, like, we have nothing wrong. We already had a teacher who didn't already like us because we do get in a lot of drama, and she does teach like the leaders of the school. So like, since we aren't the leaders of the school, we're like outside of like the whole AP people, smart people club. The smart people are called like the leaderships, I guess, and they're in like this leadership class, and in that class they played the movie Mean Girls. Because she played that movie, rumors sparked, and they're like, oh my god, remember the girls who had the burn book? And like, this is like a month later, and like all the rumors start sparking again, everyone starts talking about it, and then all of a sudden the teacher heard, and then she wanted to get down to the bottom of who had the burn book, when it was actually just a notebook decorated as the burn book. You know what? But no one bothered to ask us, Megan, what was in the book? book? Megan, what was this? What was this? No one bothered to ask us. They just assumed. These assuming motherfuckers just wanted us to get in trouble because they didn't like us. You know, that's the thing. I'm just like, if you don't like me, tell me. And don't make assumptions just because it's benefiting you because you're the suddenly irrelevant. Like, no, if you're gonna make an assumption, at least make it be true and realistic. She played the movie Mean Girls to prevent bullying and anti-bullying and everything, which I don't understand because the people who got bullied was me and Sabrina because we had a book. This teacher also has played my video in her class before. Why? I don't know. Like, she would play my YouTube videos in her class and I'm like, did I give you consent? Did I give you permission? And actually that was bullying also because the school did not like me for my YouTube. So it was like, why would you play videos and then be a class about anti-bullying but play my videos without my consent? Like, that's the thing. I was like, bitch. This teacher also came out with shirts that says, you can sit with us. You can sit with us. Are you kidding? Like, in the movie, it says, you can't sit with us. I mean, don't people understand what jokes are? Like, it is a classic movie. Everyone talks about it till this day. And you know what else I did? I am a little rebel. I mean, I am just Meg Slay. And I wore a muscle tank top from Brandy Melville that says, you can't sit with us. This same day, that whole leadership class was supposed to wear their you can sit with us shirts. So I'm on the other hand wearing a you can't sit with us. Every other leadership AP smart person is wearing the you can sit with us. Yeah, that sparked some things. I shouldn't have done that, but honestly, at the end of the day, I thought it was fucking hilarious. If they're gonna make assumptions, I'm gonna do what I want then with the assumptions. She really wanted to get down to the bottom of who actually had the book, and no one would actually say our names. They would just be like, oh, someone has a book. And a lot of my friends were in that class also, which no hate to them because I like them. And I still talk to them to this day. I mean, we're all friends. But the teacher made them write our names, who had the book, on a white piece of paper. And being the people that they are, since they are my friends, they didn't write our names on the book because they didn't write like me and Sabrina. It was like, why would they write their friends out? That wouldn't make sense. But they end up did. The teacher was starting shit and saying like, you have to tell us, and she was like just overall very disappointed. And you know when a teacher or a parent is very disappointed in you, it's just like, you just feel like you have to tell. And I mean, I understand because I put myself in their shoes, and I mean, I would tell also. I mean, you know, screw it, I'd tell because I had nothing to lose. I mean, there wasn't anything in the book. So I mean, go tell her me and Sabrina had a burn book because we had nothing to lose. Since everything was getting out of hand, they told her. So the teacher told my counselor, and I mean, we have 2 counselors in our middle school, and I mean, that's real. I mean, I used to get called down every year for 3 years straight. Every week, maybe twice a week sometimes, because I'd always get in trouble. So this was just one of the other appearances I made in the office. You know, I walked down there with Sabrina, and we got yelled at, we got threatened expulsion, we got threatened suspension. We got threatened suspension because until we gave them the book, they said that they were going to suspend us, and if they never got the book, they said that they were going to expel us. And I mean, this shit don't faze me anymore because I got threatened to get expelled, suspended, literally on the daily. I'm not kidding with you. This school hated us. I mean, it was just like common sense, and I would just sit back and be like, it's like not no sex zone, it's more like no fuck zone. No fuck zone. But the teacher interpreted and the counselor interpreted it as that we were writing shit about people and other classmates and other people in the school and other teachers. And you know what? That was the rumor around school. We got threatened expulsion, we got our lockers searched, which is an invasion of privacy. Even though it's on school property, I don't believe that they're allowed to check your backpack. I mean, they can check the locker itself, but when it comes to the backpack, I'm not sure that they can actually go in it without parents' consent. Sorry, I'm like looking at the viewfinder to make sure it's in focus. Also, they called us down, threatened us, went through our stuff and everything, but they didn't call our parents to tell them that they were doing that, which was wrong. But the thing is, I bet they probably knew because every time I go down to the office, they're like, oh my god, we're gonna call your mom. And they never call our moms. Like, they won't call me and Sabrina's moms. We have to tell our moms, and my moms will always go to the school and they'll be like, you called our daughters down again without her permission? Like, aren't you gonna learn? So I told my mom and my dad, probably my entire family. Sabrina told her mom. My mom, being the mom she is where I get all my slaying or tough shell from. or the way I act or my attitude. That's what I get from my mom. So she had no problem marching in there being like, you called my daughter down. You looked through her stuff. You threatened her. And you know what she did? She took the book, put it on the fucking desk, and was like, this is the book. There is nothing in here. You could read the notes. There is nothing in here. And you know what? That counselor looked so dumb. So did the teacher, and so did everyone else in the school, because the next thing means Sabrina looked poppin', walking back into school, and they're like, wait, didn't they get expelled or suspended? No, bitch, because there wasn't anything in the book. Either the counselor or the teacher, I forgot which one. When Sabrina went to go to conferences, my parents don't go to conferences because they don't want to hear like what the teachers have to say about me, okay? Being honest here. So, the teacher told Sabrina's dad, who didn't know about the story, about the whole burn book thing and every other incident, that she was a bad cookie. And then this dad, let me tell you, calls his counselor out, like, did you just call my daughter a bad cookie? Like, who even talks like that? Like, goddamn, if it's a bad cookie, what? Like, who even says bad cookie? And overall, I just look back at the story all the time, and we just like hashtag BB book, like burn book. I mean, literally Photoshop me into a photo with them. Put me in the burn book, because you know what? That is me. That is me and Sabrina. And you know, I did go through a lot of rough patches during middle school. I got in trouble a whole bunch of times, but I don't regret any of it, because I have learned, and I didn't get into any trouble in high school. I did not get called down once for being in trouble, and I was there for an entire year. That is growing up. Do you hear me? That is growing up. I went from getting called down like twice or once a week to now getting not called down an entire year. I mean, yes, I did bite my tongue. I feel like we can all handle our problems ourselves instead of getting parents and teachers and stuff involved, unless it's like actually really bad. So if you want to hear more story times about things that have gone on in my life, because I live a very interesting life and I think it's very funny, and I would love to share it with you guys. So if you guys want me to do more videos like this, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I will put my social media links down below, as well as Sabrina's, and I hope you guys like this video. If you guys have ever gotten in trouble for something you did not do, comment that down below. I would love to hear your stories, and if you want to tweet me on Twitter or anything, and you know, we could have like a fun time just talking about how idiotic people are and how messed up the school system is. So if you want to hit your girl up, I will link all my stuff, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys in the next. Bye.